I wasn't even gonna make a video right now because I have shit to do, but because this film pissed me off so fucking much, it's time to talk about hashtag captured or hashtag go fuck yourself, hashtag go watch anything else on any other fucking streaming site. I don't care what it the fuck is. Oh my God, Courtney, thanks for the recommendation. So I made a post earlier today that I liked or loved every laptop themed horror or thriller movie, and that list included Searching, the Unfriended movies, The Den. Ratter is a film that I have not seen yet, and I'm going to watch now or next after this. And then there was Open Windows, which I remember being kind of lukewarm on, but I'd like to go back and rewatch that. Anyway, I posted all the ones that I knew of. I think that's all of them, unless I'm forgetting one off the top of my head. Host that just came out. And so she nicely, Courtney, I'm not mad at her all, but she was like, hey, this movie also, hashtag captured, is a laptop horror. You should check it out. I saw it was on Prime. And yes, I'm wearing my hat just like Chainsaw is. Yeah. But I saw it was on Amazon Prime. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to watch it. I'm really in the mood for these. Since I watched Host, I've really been excited to go back and rewatch or watch anything laptop horror. I just like the setup. I like the gimmick. And so I went on to this one, pressed play, and holy fuck did I hate it pretty much from the jump. The acting in this movie is so annoyingly bad. Like, you know, there's that bad, like, okay, for instance, this is a perfect example. I just recently watched The Fear Footage 2, Curse of the Tape. The acting in that movie is atrocious. But it never pissed me off. And I loved the movie. The acting is horrible in that movie. So don't think that the acting in this movie is what did this film in. Everything about this movie did this thing in. Everything. But Fear Footage, terrible acting, great execution pretty much where everywhere else. This movie, terrible acting, horrible execution everywhere else. Everything about this movie is pretty trash. And it feels like there's competency in some of the filmmaking within this, like the laptop idea, the way that it's shot, all that seems competent enough, but it's what is given to us that I hate so much. So this is about a young girl named Ashley who's 17 years old. She fucked her soccer coach who was like a 40-year-old married man. She has to go to this, this school, this boarding school, or whatever the hell it is. It's got a dress code. Whatever the hell you call those schools. I don't care. So she goes there. It's like a prep school or whatever the hell. And she meets these group of kids, which, by the way, just so you understand, the killer of this film seems to somehow know Ashley, and this group of kids called the squad are going to meet themselves, which is fucking impossible in the film. It's impossible. They don't know each other yet. There's no reason for them to know each other yet. They completely run into each other by happenstance. So the fucking fact that the killer opens this movie with, like, he's following Ashley and he's following the squad and they just so happen to intersect. Okay, talk about fucking convenience. And as I said, okay, I say this all the time with movies. There are things I'm willing to look past in films if the film has me going along with it. Like, there's tons of things. There's tons of movies that pull shit that you're like, that wouldn't work. A lot of my favorite films have those kinds of moments, and I'm like, oh well, I'll just look past it because I really like the movie. But when it's a movie like this that sucks so fucking bad in every other possible way, it's like it just adds to that anger. You're just like, they couldn't, like, how would the killer know that this was going to happen? Is he fucking psychic? Has he seen the future? And, so Ashley meets the squad, and the squad, because the movie opens up, it has its, opening kill. It's this girl there's a lot of titties in the movie, and there's a lot of naked women in this movie who are sexually, like, provocative with their nudity and everything. So you think that someone like me, who's a total fucking pervert, who's always bitching that there's not enough nudity in these movies, that something like that would win me over in some way. But no, absolutely not. Even the nudity in this movie is annoying to me, because the way that it's done, the characters and their fucking voices, their acting, everything about it, I'm just like, put them away. I don't care. I don't even want to see your tits right now. I'm so fucking mad at this film. You can like see the veins in my neck popping out. You can genuinely tell I'm upset about this film. It's just, it was painful to sit through, but I wanted to make sure, like, I was like half an hour in, I was like, I'm gonna shut this thing off. And I was like, no, I want to fucking do a review. I want to finish this film. It's only like an hour and 15 minutes, thank God. If it was like 2 hours or something, there's no fucking way I would have been like, screw it, because I will not review a film that I did not watch from start to finish. So Ashley meets the squad. As I said, okay, the opening of the film. The opening of the film is this girl who's on some kind of like OnlyFans site or something where she's showing her titties and people are throwing money into her account. I don't know why the hell guys would pay $500 for a fucking girl to show her tits live and then like potentially show her pussy to the camera. $500? Really? I'm like, God, go to fucking Pornhub for free. Anyway, I don't understand any of that, but people do it, I guess. And so she's starting to do this, and then this guy comes through the door. Her acting was so bad, but I was thinking, okay, I don't know. She's showing her tits. It was just the opening. Maybe it'll get better from here. I don't know. But then the killer like runs in the room, and he says a line like, "Here comes daddy," I want to say. And the killer in this movie, and it's coincidentally, I watched Goosebumps 2 with my kids this morning when we woke up. Actually, we watched Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey in preparation for Bill and Ted Face the Music on September 1st. But then after that, we watched Goosebumps 2. And Slappy is obviously the main villain in that film, voiced by Jack Black. And Slappy's voice in that movie is essentially the voice of the killer in this film. And I just could not get it out of my head the entire time. The hamminess of the fucking killer's voice and the shit that he says when he comes in the room and he's like, "Here comes daddy." It's, oh my God, it's so fucking annoying. And then, so we jump ahead, and this girl, Ashley, hooks up with the squad, and the squad is another group of people who are fucking on camera for money, but for some reason, they're not friends with the girl in the opening sequence anymore because they think she's a whore because she's doing what they're gonna do later that night. So they're like down on her for what she's doing, but they're doing it like, I don't fucking understand at all, whatever. Then they invite Ashley over to be with them in this video without, of course, prepping her at all. They think she's cool. They think she's gonna fuck on camera. They already have like $8,000 or $9,000 in their total on the side of the screen for their little porn thing, and not a tit has been shown yet, not a cock has been sucked, nothing has happened. Now, I don't know if that's a total that they've had through the entire time that they've had their fucking page and they're like putting it in, but as much as money is coming up on the screen just during the time you're seeing this, people are throwing money in the account, it almost feels like they're suggesting they have $9,000 for not even having a single nipple shown yet. Whatever. Am I getting into spoilers here? I don't know. Maybe I am. This is the plot synopsis, though. I guess I'll be done with that. It's just the killer gets like super religious in this movie. So he's like trying to be like John Doe or something from Seven. It ain't working. It ain't working. All the actresses and actors, if that's what you want to call them, I guess that's what I'll label, because they tried, I suppose. But nothing about this movie is interesting, good, well executed. Speaking of executions, all the kills are terrible. All the characters are... This is yet another fucking film. Another fucking film where not one single character is even like attempted to be likable. Not even an attempt at being likable. Like, there's no remorse in these characters. There's no like actual character development anywhere in anybody. You're just sitting there watching a bunch of really arrogant, bitchy teens who are cheating on each other, saying horrible things behind each other's back, trying to get them to star in pornos without their permission, giving them shit, trying to give them drugs, pushing drugs on them so that they'll fucking star in pornography with it. Like, everyone in the movie is horrible, is a horrible person. The killer, there's like no protagonists. It's like the protagonists are antagonizing you the entire time. So I feel like they're antagonists, and then there's an antagonist antagonizing them. So it's just like a full film of antagonization. Is that a word? Probably not. Don't care. Fuck. Fuck. Wow. It's so bad. Hashtag go fuck yourself. Seriously, this movie. Yeah. And then it's like, it's the way that it's shot. The guy has like a camera on his head and he like does this whole like Buffalo Bill thing where he like comes up to the girl Ashley in a wheelchair and she's like, oh, so what's with the camera? And he's like, oh, I'm making a, some kind of social study or something. And she's like, oh, okay, that's cool, blah, blah, blah. The guy has like a full fucking headgear thing on with like a back piece. He looks like a fucking Ninja Turtle or something. And I'm like, she's not she's not even gonna bring that up for the first like minute they're talking. And then he's like flying drones throughout the movie for some fucking weird reason. I don't even know what the drones are because he needs to not. He's still right there. He's still on the prim. Like, I don't understand anything about this movie. Nothing makes any sense. Nothing plays out. The motive of the film is just the guys. I guess this is spoilers, but I don't give a fuck. Like, but the whole motive, there's no motive. He's religious. That's that. Like, you did a bad thing. You deserve to die. Okay. Oh. So fucking hate this movie. Anyways, all right. I'm not going to drag this on anymore, but I hate movies I hate that movies like this exist. So, Courtney, thanks for the recommendation.